Cardano ADA is bullish today and everyone is wondering, is it a good time to buy ADA? In this video, I'm going to give you a short, mid and long-term price prediction of full technical analysis on ADA, and I'm also going to tell you what I believe is going to happen in the next few months. Before we get started, make sure to always like, subscribe to the channel, also leave a comment down below. It really helps us out and we appreciate it. Also, if you want to follow all my personal trades, there's going to be a link down below where you can follow that. Now, let's get started with ADA. As mentioned, ADA volume is up 51% in the last 24 hours, raising up to $781 million. The price is still only at 66 cents, so we are quite far from the all-time high. ADA is one of the currencies that was proposed to be added into the USA Treasury, so it's a pretty interesting pick to hope for the long term. It's actually one of the currencies that I personally have traded the most since I started trading crypto, and one of those that I really love. So let's just go with the chart and let's do a short, mid and long term strategy for ADA. I'm gonna tell you what I believe is gonna happen. I'm also gonna give a little bit of technical analysis. We're only gonna be using resistance, support level, price action, and only look at market sentiment. That's it. We're not going to be using a bunch of indicators that don't really help out. I only use support and resistance levels. First of all, to look at the history, we got to zoom out the chart and see what have happened with ADA. You see, this is my TP long term since it launched back in 2019. You guys can see, at least since we have this data back in 2018, which is actually maybe the year that ADA launched. We had a really rocky launch, let's put it that way, for a few years. Back in 2021, the price actually recovered. I traded ADA back then, and we did have a really nice pump, as you guys can see, of around 30x, which is really good, not gonna lie. So the all-time high was around $3. We are trading around $66. So the first question, should you buy ADA now and hope for the long term? The simple answer is absolutely yes. If you're wondering, without having to do technical analysis, without looking at short to mid-term price predictions, anything like it, you can buy ADA and eventually long-term you're gonna be making money. But of course, it's been a little bit rocky since 2021 all the way up to 2023. 2 years pretty much decreasing in price every single month. So it's not that bullish. Now, we already have set up, this is the all-time high around $3. Let's actually set up the lowest that I believe that ADA can go. And it's not going to be this one. It's going to be, of course, the lowest lows. But I don't think that that's actually what's going to happen because it's just too low. Let's actually put this as the strongest support level. We should be around these levels right here, around the 30 cents, 20 to 30 cents. That's going to be the lowest that I will feel comfortable actually, that I will feel comfortable with ADA. I don't think it's gonna go any lower than that. We have been retesting it too many times, way too many times. So right now we are trading at 66 cents. This is the daily chart for the long term. Let's actually go to the monthly chart and see what's actually going on there. Now, in the short term, if you actually can see, there is a really strong price action going on right here in this sort of wage and range from 70 something cents all the way up to around $1.20, was the day that Trump announced that, of course, ADA is going to be added to the crypto reserve. It was trading around 70 cents and it pumped all the way to $1.30. Pretty insane, not gonna lie. But after that, of course, it's been declining since the news are over and pretty much everyone is just trying to sell for a little bit of profit, those who bought it here. So are we gonna see another pump? Well, we could, but I just don't know when. As mentioned, there is no real sort of trend to the uptrend that we can find, at least on the charts. This is important because traders actually use these levels to trade and they just go with market sentiment. The market sentiment is not that great right now. Bitcoin is dropping, so that's not ideal. But short term, all I'm gonna tell you is that I don't see any bullish momentum going on for ADA. We are still trading in this specific range. So I will be patient and wait for a breakout. Could be to the upside, could be to the downside. But to the downside, you will have to short the market. So I don't know if you're comfortable with that. For myself, personally, I do think that ADA is on the value, so I will never short it. I will just wait and, of course, buy position once I see that confirmation short term. Mid-term, I'm talking a few months. Honestly, we have been trading into this zone for such a long time already that I will feel confident buying any ranges, let's say from here to these ranges right here. Anything that is in this range, you guys can see right here. Let me actually find it for you guys. In this 200% range, let's say from 80 cents all the way down to 20 cents. You can trade this range for a while. This one was too overbought because it was after the news, so I'm not going to be taking that into consideration. But let's say from 30 cents to $1, you can trade those ranges, buy low, sell high, and you can do that long term. Midterm holding as well, you can buy it at any of these prices, and you should be well long term, because from here to all-time high we are talking, you guys can see it right here, over a 10x. So if you're looking to do a 10x with ADA, it could happen in the next few months, it could happen in the next few years, or it can take 10 to 20 years, or it may never come. So it's all gonna be what's your strategy, what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to do, and how long you actually are willing to hold ADA to actually make money. Because long term, and I'm talking year plus, 2 year plus, if the crypto reserve actually happens, if ADA is added to the USA crypto research, as Donald Trump announced, which is still just talking, there is no real action on that. This is going to be pretty good for the project, and we're going to see high highs for ADA. Absolutely. There is no question about it. So long term, it doesn't really matter when you buy it, as long as you are not buying an all-time high. As long as you are in the chart, you can just DCA. What I will do long term is to buy any of these regions, but remember, you have to hold this for the long term, and I'm talking long term. And then you're just gonna be DCAing. Every time the price drops 30%, let's say that you buy it at 50, the price drops to 20%, you can buy it there. The price drops to 10 cents, you can buy it there. So you're just gonna be able to buy lower, and I don't think that the price is gonna go in any lower than 20 cents. That's my personal prediction. Even if we go into a bear market, that will be the lowest that I will see the price going, which I don't think is gonna happen. But remember, there is always the elephant in the room. ADA was pretty much dead before the announcement of the USA crypto reserve, which did help the project to get some attention. It was actually getting some attention back here. 22 cents went all the way to 70 cents. That was, we had the really nice pump at the end of 2023. But pretty much when all the coins were doing 200%, 300%, 500%, ADA doing 700% or something like that, ADA just moved less than 100%. So of course, keep that in mind. Actually, it moved a little bit more than 100%. It moved from 20 cents to 70 cents, like at 300%. But still, it was on the value in comparison. It was underperforming in comparison with the older projects in the space. So this one is a weak asset at the moment. It's just pumping every time there is some news, and that of course is no real deal for us, since we want to invest in prices that are volatile. So we're gonna be having some movement more frequently, so it's gonna help us to make money. But yeah, short term, like really short term, I will wait for a confirmation on this trade, which is the range that we have been trading for a while now. You guys can see it right here, and it's just not that great. We are just looking downtrend from now since November 2024 until right here 2025. I mean, it's been only downtrend. So yeah, and the movement has been really weak. We have not really have any sort of actual movement. Only 80%, 50, 80%, 50, 80%, which is ideal. You can trade it, you can buy, sell, and you can make 20, 30, 50%, 20, 30, 50%, still gonna make you a lot of money. But honestly, it's just not that great long term. That's all I'm gonna say. Short term. Midterm, as mentioned, you can trade these patterns right here. You can trade on this range, and you're gonna be fine. And long term, just buy any price, and eventually, I do believe that you're gonna be fine, because ADA should do well later on. And even if there is that chance that it's gonna be adding to the crypto reserve, which I do believe that eventually they only gonna hold Bitcoin. I think that's gonna be the best way for them. Honestly, I do like all coins, but they are just not that secure as Bitcoin when it comes to price momentum and just stability. I would say we have a chance that it's never gonna happen. So keep that in mind. So yeah, I mean, the question, should you buy ADA now? Short term, just wait a little bit more, and you're going to be able to see where the price is actually going. Midterm, absolutely yes. Buy trade directions 20 cents to a dollar, that's going to be perfect. Long term, absolutely yes, there is a chance that the price is going to do well. There is a chance that ADA is going to recover, and there is a chance that ADA is going to be adding to the Bitcoin reserve and the crypto reserve, and it's going to be really the USA crypto reserves, and it's going to be really good for the project. If that actually happens, we're going to see a lot of momentum, a lot of money, and a lot of capital being pumped into the ADA ecosystem. So yeah, we gotta wait and see, but that's my personal price predictions. Remember, if you actually want to follow these trades, there's gonna be a link down below to my personal trades. Go and check that out. Also join the Money Ninjas group down below on the description. There's gonna be a link to the Telegram group. Follow me on X, and always subscribe and like the videos. It really helps us out a lot. And if you want to request any technical analysis on any project that you like, leave that down there on the comment section as well. Stay safe, it's a ninja, and I'm gonna see you guys later.